Okay, so before we do the last 2 pages, let's label some pictures or some pages with numbers, because remember we need 31. So I'm going to skip this because I think that I like this, like maybe you can do journaling or something on there, but what I like about leaving that there is when you open it up you can tell that this is number 1. If you put number 1 on the back of this, then you open it up and you see number 2. So I'm going to call that number 1. And this is just post-it notes, so that's number 2. 3 and 4 is going to be under here. Let's see. I have that stuff stuck all over the place. Okay, here's 5. And we can open this up and do 5.
It's so spacious. Oh.
Okay, so this is 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And you can change these however you want. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. You can do this one. Let's skip it for now. We'll do it if we need it. 16. 17. 18. Okay, and now we're to our last 2 pages, well 3 pages. You do front and back and then you have the back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more. 13. Okay, so there's 13 more numbers, and then there are some spots that we didn't count that we can if we run out. Like this one, this could be 2 if we wanted to, so we'll see. Okay, back to this page now. Again, this was just the back of that page. This one measures 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. I was just dying to use this cap paper. I was like, I can't not use it. And this would be like a perfect place to put like one of those Tim Holtz cat cutouts. And let's go ahead and make another swing pocket from this one. I think we'll go up though. Not a pocket, it's a swing. We could make it a pocket. Do I want to make it a pocket? This is another paper that I didn't get to use because of the cut aparts were on the other side. I mean, I could have used it. I just have problems not cutting apart cut aparts. Just one of your hinges. Yeah, here. And we'll just glue this one. It's got glue all over me, you guys. And I'm going to glue it in the middle. And then this is going to be the bottom. Now I want this page to be orange, but this is a flap, so underneath here is going to be purple. And I really wanted to use this paper, so paper. Excuse me. That paper goes right there. There we go. I think my hinge is a little off. Do I have time to move it? I don't think I do. Okay, well, it's just going to be a little off. I can always trim this, I guess. That'll be alright. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this is number 20. Nope, this is number 19. Here. And like I said, you can do 19, 20. I think we're at the position where we probably should count that as 2 spots. I need a little more glue. I didn't get it all the way down here. Oh, now I put too much. Actually, I'm going to peel this whole thing off because it's going to drive me nuts if I don't. See, what I did was I put the hinge, I didn't have this hinge butted right up against this, so now it's not allowing that flap to open. So we're just going to give it a haircut. Okay. Now I feel better about that. It would have just drove me insane. Okay. And I'm just going to glue it right back down in the same place. You'll never know. Well, you'll know, and I'll know. Nobody else will know. It's my excessive glue use here. Alright, I got messy on that page. Alright. That's better. Okay, so let's switch to this page. Now, the base page on this is going to be purple because it's going to be covered up. Oh, and remember the base page. We put the base page on. Okay, so it's going to be covered up because we're going to do a flap. So this flap measures 4 7/8 by 4 3/4. And I'm gonna put the flap on first. so that it hides the paper hides it. And you could do this lift up, you could do it from the side. Since I did this one going this way, I'm going to do this one from the side. Okay, here it is. Put the hinge on. I scored it. It doesn't seem like I did, but I did. And then this is just going to go right on top of it. I'm going to hold it until it sticks. Okay, and now I can put the back paper down. You guys can use whatever paper you want, obviously, and still do this. And you don't have to color coordinate like I do. That's just me being me. Oh, I'll measure this for you. This piece is 5 1/8 by 4 3/4. It's a little shorter because we're accommodating for this flap. Okay, and then on the inside, I'm going to use the inside of this flap. I think this is cut at a little over 4.5 by 4.5, so it's actually 4 9/16. So it's just one little notch after the half square. 4 9/16 by 4 9/16. And this is the Authentique spectrum paper, and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have one of these Authentique like patterns and solids that just about goes with everything. And then on the inside, I think, let's see, I made that one. We'll make this 21. If I glue this right to that, we're going to lose a spot. So let's should I back that and hinge it? We haven't done that yet. Or I could just hinge it and leave this paper too. I kind of like that paper. And I haven't used it yet. So why not? Let's do that. We're just going to hinge it just the way it is. And we'll make it go out. So this is going to go way far out. We haven't done that yet, so let's do it. This isn't going to be very heavy, so I think I'll just use my ATG tape on it. Even with a picture on it, it's not going to have a whole bunch of torque on it. Okay, and then here, okay, so I have 21. Now there's one more thing that I want to do here. And it's because when you close this is supposed to be my orange page, and I have this big purple strip here that's not pleasing to my eye, so I'm going to use a strip of this cat paper to match here. And this is measured the same, 4 3/4 as this. And when opportunity arises, I am also going to make this a tuck spot by adding our what do you call it? Border. Adding our border and then gluing it on the 3 sides. And I want it to do, yeah, I want it to go like that. So now you're like, oh, it's a pocket. And there we go. Now you got a little tuck spot. And it's orange again. Just cover that paper all the way. Okay, and then while we're thinking about that, since we now have a new tuck spot, let's add another place, and I'm going to back that on just some black cardstock. So that is 4 by 4, so we're going to back it on 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Actually, we can make it a little booklet. Let's do that. So I'm going to cut this 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And again, if you're going to do this, do it on this side and then fold it. We don't need no stinking scoreboards. There we go. I'm just kidding, I love my scoreboard. Okay, so I got 21, and now the booklet here will be 22. And he'll slide right in there. I think he'll slide in there. Come on, slide in there. I think maybe this side. It's a little tight. I think I glued it too far in. My dog's snoring, sorry. It's still gonna work. Alright, I can't deal with it. This one has to... There we go. Alright, tuck spot 22. I should wait till that dries before I put that in there. Okay? And then we have 23. And 24. That should be okay. And now I gotta get this side here. I'm gonna use this spiderweb paper again to back that. Remember that was this 4x6 cut apart? The only 4x6 cut apart I have is this one, and I haven't used it yet. So this again is measuring a little over 4.5 by, yep, a little over 4.5. Remember, 4 9/16. Just get the edges here. Almost done. And then this is going to go right on top, right like that. There we go. And we could have made a pocket out of this too, but that's okay. How many tuck spots do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 more tuck spots. We have this page and this page. I think we can do it. Alright everybody, let's pack some picture spots in this last page. I decided that this is going to be my 31 plain just the way it is. Put a good sized picture on there and then some embellishment or some journaling. I'm thinking Halloween costumes or a, you know, party photo, or even just, you know, a candy shot of like all your good candy. So that will be like the grand finale. So let's focus on this side. First off, I'm going to make another hinge fold out. And this one is going to be a 4 7/8. It's going to be the same size as the pockets that we've been using. So 4 7/8 by 5 1/4. Yes. And before I do that, I am going to make this swing into 2 pockets, 1 on each side. So here I have 2 pieces cut at 5 7/8 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch on the 5 7/8 side. And I'm doing that twice. So again, 5 7/8 by 3 3/4, scored at a 1/2 inch. Okay, and then so this is going to be our flap. We need to put the pockets on. But I think before we do that, we should put a little paper here. And this last page, I wanted to be a like black and white or black and gray. So let's use some of this cool big check here. And it's going to be 4 3/4 by, let's do 1 1/2. We can get away with 1 1/2. And I'm actually gonna put the front on, and then I'm going to put the pocket on because I don't want to cover this up. So I'll show you what I mean. The book is getting a little fat. It's hard to lay it down flat. Okay, so this is gonna go on this side, and then I'll put this pocket on. And again, just like before, we're just going to do the tabs and the bottom side. Here we go. I think I may go ahead and finish with this pattern too. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the hinge on this side before I put my pocket on, so you can't see the hinge. So your pocket's sticking out this way, and you're going to hinge it here, so the hinge is there. And then right here. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a second. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my 2 pieces of this paper for the pockets here. So the pockets measure again 3 3/4. So I'm gonna cut this at 3 1/2, or yeah, 3 1/2. I'm gonna do it twice. One for the front and one for the back. And remember, you guys, if you don't want to add all these pockets on, you don't have to, because there's spots that we've already skipped over that could have potentially been tuck spots, or, you know, picture spots. There we go. I think I got it glued down all the way here. And my glue dried too quick. Okay, so just to keep this in perspective, this is going to be 25. I'm going to use this dark one. It says "Have an Enchanted Evening," and that's going to be your 26. Oh, gonna have to trim that off with the paper trimmer. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright, there's 26. We'll fold this open. This back panel here, I'm going to use this black and white stripe on. And this is the same 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. I'm gonna check that. This has been the same the whole time and I still don't remember what it is. Okay, this is 5 1/8 by 4 3/4. Remember, when you add this hinge on, you lose a little bit. Or if you increase the length by a little bit, you could add some. Okay. There we go. So there's 27. And then our other pocket is again the same as the front pocket. First, let's add this piece. Okay, so October daily. I've never done one before, but I like the idea. I think it's a really neat idea. I did a December daily last year for the first time, and my daughter really liked it. So I'll be doing another one this year. And I don't think it's hard to remember to take pictures, but I also don't think it's a big deal if you don't have a picture, because you can always just tell a story. You can even tell a story why you don't have a picture. I forgot to glue the bottom. No problem. Okay, so glue it on 3 sides. There we go. And then I kind of like, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. I kind of like this on top of this. And potentially that could be our last tuck spot too, or photo spot. Let's put this down and let's think about this for a second. Okay, so this can fit in this pocket, so let's go ahead and do that. The paper's too big. I'm gonna cut it down. Let's trim it off. Okay. So this I'm going to tuck in here. I think that looks kind of neat because this is a smaller pattern. Oh, I forgot to put the number on it. So this can be 28, 29, right? This is 31. I have one more. So we can do a couple different things. We can just tuck this in the pocket and call it a day. Right in here with this one. 2 in that pocket. Or we can make another flap. Or we can make another swing. I want to make another swing. Let's do that. All we need is a hinge. We got those. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh. I'm going to put my little label on there because I just feel accomplished now that I have 31 tuck spots. want to put it here? Or do I want to put it here? If I want to put it here, I cut that too short. I think I want to put it there. Okay, here. Don't want to glue down our 27. And you don't want to be too close to the edge where this folds here. So there we go. Alright guys, 31 spots for photos. Alright, almost done. Remember what we have left? The cover. I'll let that dry for a minute. So let's look at the size. I like the size. We do have some pages sticking out here. Okay everybody, so let's go ahead and finish this baby up here. Now, I've decided on a way to fix this, and like I said before, you can always just add a 1/2 inch to the covers, and then the only thing you have to adjust is your cover measurements. But I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to use it as a happy little mistake. We're going to hot glue some different grays and blacks tones of this lace with this ribbon, and you can use lace or you can use, you know, whatever you want. So if you stick with these dimensions, then we're going to cover it. I'm going to start on the front cover, make sure it's the front, yep, with this black and white stripe. And I am going to distress the edges. This one measures 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I want the stripes to run horizontally. Okay, and then I love this owl paper, and I haven't used it in the book yet. I only used it on the sides of the box. There we go. And then I'm just going to center that. And this measures 4 5/8 by 4 5/8, so you're only going to see a 1/16 of that black and white stripe paper. And then this one is 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. I'm just trying to pull all these colors together. And you're going to see a 1/4 inch of this one stick out here after the after we put that other one on. So this one's 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. So again, you'll only see a 1/16 of that owl paper. And then this is one of the 4 by 4 cut aparts. And then I took a black permanent marker and went around the edges of this here. My dogs are breathing way heavy, you guys. I don't know if you can hear them or not. Okay, and that one is going to go right in the center, because that's probably one of my favorite images here. Okay, and then we'll go with the spine, and this book lays nice and flat. I am going to use this dark damask paper. And it's so dark purple in the black, it's almost a tone on tone, so I don't even really have the pattern running the right way, but you can't tell. Okay, just center that. And this is 4 3/4 by 2. And then I fussy cut a label somewhere. There it is. And I'm just going to put that right on the spine. Right there. And I'm not going to distress this because I want that stark white to show on the dark background. There we go. And the back, I have no idea what I did with the back here. I was thinking, I love this image and I didn't use it. Should I use it? Let's cut a, I also love this one. But I think that's too much. I think I'm just going to use this one. Let's see if I have, I don't think I have enough of that left. And I do have enough left, guys. I have almost a whole, almost a whole 12 pieces of paper left. I really like that too. Let's do that. Let's do the purple bats. This is 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. We could have done the hats too. I haven't used those yet. Well, I mean, I did use them, but not very often. Okay. There's the bats. And then, yeah, I really want to put this house on there. Let's do it. There we go. Okay, so there's the cover to our book. I want to add just a little something. I have some of these gray enamel dots. Do I have any other color? Let's see, I have these orange candy dots, but those are a little too bright, I think. Here's some black. So there's some black and white. Let's use black and white. And I think right along this. What do you think? Do you think I should put some more up here? Maybe gray ones? I don't think I have any purple. I have some green bling. That's not going to help. I think I'm good with that. I like that, just added a little touch of something. Alright, let's deal with this, here. So I have some trim. And this was something I got at Hobby Lobby. And I am just literally going to cut, it's about 4 7/8 of an inch. And I think I'll do different kinds, just to give it a little variety. And I like this idea because it just gives it another texture, I guess. It's not so square, because I didn't put a charm on it. And really the only texture I've added so far is this little thing right here. And I'm debating on whether to use hot glue or my Fabri-Tac, because either one's gonna work. Fabri-Tac, I think, is a little less messy. Maybe I'll use the hot glue on the thick ones and the Fabri-Tac on the thin ones. 6 pages, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're gonna double up. I'm not gonna use any white because the white's really thin. We'll just use the thick ones again. I've had this ribbon for years. I've never used it. And the black. I want to use one of, there's only one pocket that is going to be kind of obstructed by the ribbon. So I want to be sure to use one of the small ribbons on that. So I'm going to start with this thick gray. And you know what? I have my heat gun or my glue gun plugged in, but I think I'm just going to use the Fabri-Tac. Just because it's less messy. Just going to put a bead of glue and then set that right on top. That's all there is to it, and then I'll trim the edges. And then because we introduced the ribbon into it, or the lace, the other thing we can do at this point is add ribbon to our tags. The ones that don't have the folds in them. So that's an option. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it this way. But I'm happy with this. I think this adds interest, and it's just a good way to fix my snafu. There we go. And oh, you guys, I think I lied. That's not going to be in the way at all. This goes over like this. Nope, there is no pocket that's going to be in the way. Cool. So we'll do the thick black. I like this the best. We'll do the thin black. do the gray again. And then the last page, I'm going to add that black. Alright, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me in my journey to get this October daily done, and stick around for more. I have a whole nother holiday to do. So again, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching and subscribing and just welcoming me to your community of crafting. Let's add this to the book, and I want to show you guys, check that out. You got your perpetual calendar, and you got your perpetual countdown calendar and your mini album all in one. Guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate everything. Thank you for your patience. Practice makes perfect, so hopefully things will go a little bit smoother as we go on. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.